Hey y'all, welcome to Wind Down with Ross the Boss.
I'm my.
And today we're going to be talking about relationships and
Ooh.
things of that
Ooh.
nature. Let's cheers to that.
Cheers.
Let's taste what we got going on.
Girl, what is this?
Caught a little concoction.
Because it's bomb.
A little concoction. Hold on.
Right, it must stick it to my lips. Okay.
So
Mm.
we're just gonna talk about males, females, relationships, things like that. Valentine's Day just passed, and I think we should start there. Kind of like,
Yeah,
we did kind of say like, oh, was it a deal breaker or not, and things like that.
should absolutely start Valentine's Day.
What do you think?
So, I think on the last one I was saying, may not be such a big deal for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
This year came and my expectations were not met. So yeah, that was a deal breaker. That was
So it is a big deal.
it was and
Not
and I didn't think it would
big,
be, but I don't know, something in me was just like, no.
maybe you was expecting more.
And yeah, no, and even the bare minimum, like even if I expected that wasn't even. So it was just one of those things. You know what? I don't think you can treat me like God handed me to you personally. So I'm gonna let you go about your way.
And I still say, I think last one I said I said if you don't care for it, then so be it. It's whatever. But if you do, yeah, treat your person special is what I said, male or female. I think people get complacent and think like, oh, that's my person. They're going to be there regardless. We did a billion Valentine's Day before. No, it's still, I don't care. Like,
we didn't do one for 2025.
We didn't do one for 2025. So this is still coming up.
Right.
So yeah, definitely. I do think like just tying into like relationships, we both been single, we've both been in relationships, so we can speak about both. And I feel like relationships, like it depends on what your love language is.
Absolutely.
I
think
think that
one of our topics.
Yeah, I think that the love language thing is a big thing. If it's touch, if it's something like that, like communication, then the gifts are just gonna be like, that's cool, I love it. But if you don't have my love language going on, then it's still, or if it's gifts, but then the person is lovey-dovey and intimate, but then don't never get you to know like gifts, you're gonna be like,
that's where communication comes into play.
Right.
Because if I communicate, like my love language is acts of service and receiving gifts. So I communicate. And gifts is not, it's a big one, but for me, acts of service is higher up than gifts. Because like getting me a geek bar, that excites me. So I'm just like, acts of service for me do more,
which is a gift too, though.
That is, and I communicate that's what I need, and I feel like if that's not what you're giving me, what are we doing? Because
mine, I think, is look, can I say all the above?
Yeah,
mine is like a little bit of all of them. Like, but I do want to like, I don't want the person to just throw money, right, but we don't have no kind of connection. Or it depends on like, so somebody I'm looking at as a husband, nah, it can't just be throw me on some money and be done. But if it's just somebody I'm dating and it's whatever, I don't care about the communication and all that shit. So is that really your man? Probably not.
I was about to no.
You probably just going with the flow. So yeah.
So dating, do you think dating is the blueprint for, or is that considered dating? Like if I'm in like a 2-year committed relationship, are we in a committed relationship, or is that's not dating? That's a committed relationship.
It's a committed relationship. Okay. Shit. I mean,
so
I guess it depends on y'all agreement. If y'all just fucking on lead, then no. But if y'all kicking and doing it for 2 years,
right,
bitch, we together.
Do you think what we do inside that 2 years is that like a blueprint for our marriage, or what do you like? Because if he, like, I'm just saying, if say cheating was an issue before we got married, do you think it's still going to be an issue after we get married, or does that stuff just suddenly go away?
No, I mean, so when you first like meeting somebody, and let's say y'all start dating in 6 months, now it's a year. I feel like within that first year, y'all like trying to figure out if y'all are serious about each other
Right.
or not, and then y'all letting go of these side people that, or these people that you was already talking to or not.
Okay.
So I feel like give yourself a good year, maybe even and a half, to figure out like, it just depends. How much are y'all kicking it every day? Are y'all kicking it every other week, every month? Like, if I'm only seeing you like once a month for 2 fucking years, then I'm still probably
Right.
doing me. Like, so,
No, let's say
but hell
we
yeah, it
locked
depends.
in.
Yeah,
We locked in.
and it depends on like where are you in your life. Do you feel like you ready to get married and now you dating this person 2 years? You wasting 2 years and you ain't even seen if this man is on that level of getting married. So back to
That's true.
communication.
Very true.
And
And let's be clear, men do not settle. They don't have a problem leaving your ass in a heartbeat for the woman that they really feel like that's who they supposed to be with.
Yeah.
They will string you along for years.
Yeah.
And then just leave you on your ass because they just feel like they're not gonna settle for that.
And it depends on what you accepting. Like,
that's why I say a lot of the times too, they say women have we see the potential in a man, not what's actually happening.
What he's showing you.
Right. Yeah. The potential. And it's like, no. That potential is gonna have you fucked up. So.
But so do you think that, okay, everybody that get in relationships is already set, and you think that you should only find someone that's already stable and set and there's nothing to work with together?
I don't think that. Like, I feel like you can build absolutely build together. Mm-hmm. But that goes back to communication. That's something that you guys have established. We're going to build up our empire, whatever it is, our partnership. We're going to do this thing together. We're going to be in the trenches together. This is what we're doing. I feel like if you don't necessarily communicate that, I mean, you know,
I don't want to be in the trenches.
Well,
together. I already came from the trenches. So then, now you in the trenches too.
So then that means you can't. His potential don't mean shit because he doesn't have it. Like, already, he's working towards it, but he's not there yet, and he could probably get there faster. Yeah, if you guys team up and do it together. Yeah, but that's not where he's at.
That's true. So I'm kidding. Like, I'm willing to allow folks to do them. However, I feel like you women, they do that potential shit a lot. You already said you wasn't gonna do that with the last dude that you tried to figure out was he gonna get it together. Now you back in the same situation with this one, and he maybe don't got it together. So I feel like don't learn from your last one. That's how I feel. Everybody ain't the same. Yeah. The last one, maybe his potential just wasn't going to get there. The next one may. However, have a timeline for yourself because we're grown. Yep. You met him grown. He should have maybe already had some of those things grown. Yep. So don't wait too long because he's been doing this before you.
And I feel like I stopped looking at potential. Now I'll be like, does this nigga have the potential to have me fucked up? Like, because
okay, what's the potential? Like, what do you look for? I remember when I was in my 20s, I'm like, okay, they gotta have the three things. That's a job, a car, and a spot.
That's what we all would, the basics.
But I didn't know nobody in my 20s,
right,
that had all of that. So, like, I was dating like older dudes. I had more so that than they did in your 20s. Yeah. Like, so
unless you dating like grown.
Unless you dating older, and even them.
Sometimes, yeah.
Still, yeah, you're right. Just ain't had it together.
Yeah, you're right.
But as I got older, like, I did like say, okay, not even older. I was still in my 20s. I'm like, at least 2 out of 3. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see you having a car and a spot without a job. Right. But what if you meet a hustler? What if you meet a... So I think all of that changes when you get older. Because then I didn't give a fuck. You can hustle, do all your shit.
Now I'm like,
that'll come with retirement.
And that fast money, that shit is not...
It don't...
It runs out.
Yeah, like, it's not forever.
Right. So yeah. That is not... To me, at this age, it's like stability trumps a lot of the stuff that's getting... So to me, there's nothing wrong with being a hustler, but for me, that's not stability.
Not your main shit.
It's not stability, right? Because whatever you're doing, if it's not a legal hustle,
right?
There's you're taking risk in your freedom
and leaving
and leaving me behind. You
Yeah,
taking a
anyway.
risk and not being on this earth anymore and leaving me
Right.
behind. So
yeah.
So while that works for some, I'm like, at this age, like, no, I
Yeah.
need stability. Is
Yeah.
for me, I think it's like number one.
And it when you younger, you ain't tripping just like he ain't
Nah.
tripping. But when you older, you kind of like, and if you into that person, you love them now and all this stuff, it's like, okay, the risk is way more than the reward. Like, you risking your life, you risking my life, maybe you risking, like, if you got kids, they like you risking a lot when it comes to depending on the hustle.
Yeah.
So yeah, stability is a big thing. But not only that, like, connection to me is a big thing. Like, if
Yeah.
I just ain't fucking with you, I don't care how much money you got. Like, I'm not even fucking with you. Meaning, like, just you and only you. We don't even have fun. Like, people be boring. It's like, and I know you probably have your thing with somebody, like, where you like you say a song or you say something from a movie, you be like, where that's from.
Right.
If you don't know where it's from,
Right.
I'll be like,
Or we end up saying the thing together. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But just a connection. So yeah. Every woman goal I feel is to have like a nigga with money. Period. I don't care what nobody say. However, that ain't the only thing they want. Right. But they don't want to be it's a lot of women in relationships that's the breadwinners. Yeah. Making more than the man and things like that.
I feel like you gotta have a secure man for that.
You have to have a secure man, and you gotta be the one. You gotta be one of those women that's
still make him feel like
don't
a man.
Mind.
Yeah.
Like I mind. Unless I'm like balling out. If I make $1 million per something and they making half of that, 500, I guess bills might not be the problem. Your bills and stuff not gonna be the problem. It's gonna be what does he do with his, because you still want to be treated like a woman. So even though you got less, what you doing with that less? Are you being creative? Are you still planning dates? So I don't know. It just depends.
Yeah. Basically. Okay. I have one. What do you feel about spinning the block? Because that's a big one.
We brought that up too, like Ashanti and Nelly and stuff,
which end up being like a really good. Because sometimes, to me, I do believe in right person, wrong timing. So, and I feel like that probably was what they was going through, right person, but the timing wasn't right for them.
So if you asked me that question 20 years ago, I'd be like, fuck no, I'm not going backwards. We should have did right the first time. Today I would say, again, if they coming back on their right shit, something has to change. Something. There was a reason why we broke up.
Right.
So something got to change. Like, did we break up because you're a cheater? And now I'm like, well, do you still cheat? That's not going to be a reason I spin the block, because you don't know when somebody go cheat or not. Period.
Absolutely.
Like, so, yeah, I guess it depends on why we broke up. We whooping my ass? Fuck no.
I'm not laughing at that because that's not funny. The way I said
it. We don't care about the sensitives. You know what, either you get what the fuck we talk about or not. But yeah, no, I ain't spending the block on that, and you shouldn't either.
Yeah.
Why else would I spend the block? It depends on why we broke up. Would you spend the block?
I have spun the block with one person. Because everybody, well, let me just say that in my 20s, I spin the block in my 20s because I didn't really care. It was just like, when I was spin the block, though, it's not the same the second time around. Usually it's just like,
yeah,
maybe I'll get a little, I'm out of here. Like, it's not, I can't really, because once I don't trust you like that or anything, it's just not the same for me. I just don't look at you the same. But I guess
my question is, what was the reason, or what do you think is the reason people spin the block?
So I spun the block because I don't know. I think it was unfinished business. This one person. Keep in mind, we spun the block. Like, I've known this person for years, so we both spun the block a few times on each other. And I feel like, well, I can't speak for that person. I'm gonna speak for me. I'm always in the back of my mind, I'm like, this shit ain't gonna work. We already know this shit don't work. But the optimist in me wants to be like, no, we're different. We're not exactly how we were before. Maybe it could work this time around. So let's try it. The last time I tried to spin the block with this person, I had a panic attack when I heard their voice. So because it is real how your body will reject somebody.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
all of a sudden my body just started rejecting this person. Like I actually had two my last two interactions with them, I had a panic attack, and I was just like, you know what? It honestly does not work. It's just like when me and this person are on good terms, like the shit is good between us. Like, you know, we're laughing, joking, we just could do anything together. It's dope. But when it's not, it's not. And this person has taken me to hell and back. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm always on top of my ish when they come back into my life. And when they exit my life is in chaos and confusion. So it was just like
so it's better with them in your life?
No.
Oh, it's the opposite.
My life is good, before they come in it.
Gotcha.
And then it is chaos and confusion. By the time they're exiting, it's turmoil. And now I got to pick up all the pieces and build myself back up. It's like, how many times are you going to lose with this person? Like, why do you keep wanting to lose with this person? So I guess maybe I didn't have the strength to let it go. So God was like, yeah, you're going to have panic attacks now because this person can't be in this season with you while you're transitioning. And
everybody can't go with you. Everybody.
And that's what it boils down to.
Yeah. And I believe that there's a reason in the season. Yeah, everybody can't go with you. No matter how much you may love that person or you got love for them. Like I got love for you, but not more than I love myself.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, like, I feel like a lot of people, men and women, spin the block because of the D, and that get coach. I feel like a lot of people spin the block.
I didn't say they didn't have anything to do with it. I'm
just saying a lot of people, like, I don't know. It's different reasons why people spin the block, but I feel like it got to do with bomb ass sex and history.
Yes, because I was about to say that history, you're comfortable with this person.
Yeah.
But sticking in that comfort, you will really miss out on your actual soulmate. Messing around with somebody that has no potential. Like we always say, okay, whether you this maybe you don't want to get married to the person, right? You guys have been thugging it out. What's the end game then? What is the end game in it?
But some people end game ain't marriage. Like
and it doesn't have to be. But do you guys both have that? Is that what you both agree on?
Right.
We're not doing marriage.
Right.
Maybe we gonna like Oprah and Stedman. That's
the
first one that popped in my mind.
The end game may be okay. The end game may be for some people that they gonna do everything except that. It depends on if they want to get married or not. First of all, but even after marriage, that ain't the end game. Like, is the end game for us to be business owners? Are we getting property? Are we whatever? Are we traveling more, gonna see the world? Are we raising our kids until college and then we gonna do us? Like, so it depends on both of the people. And I feel like if you meet somebody and you got all these goals and they not cool, like your goal don't have to be my goal.
Right.
But if we partners and we're supporting each other, then if you're not like on the same page as supporting my goal,
and
then
you
it's
gotta
like
have a level of ambition. Like, you just do. I don't know. I like, because they said, like, well, I mean, we learn from our partners, right? We learn from each other. But like a man, I'm supposed to be learning from you because you're supposed to be leading me. So
yeah, I feel like y'all learn from each other though. But I do feel like you want a leader as a woman.
But you want a leader. Like if I'm leading, I can lead myself. Like all I need is me and God. Like I got this. I don't. What the hell I need like you for?
Your protector still and your provider.
I love that.
Whatever you want to do, he'll give you the money. You just gotta lead it.
No. That's not, to me, that's not a problem solver. You you have me solve the problem and then you throw money at it. That's not
a leader.
I just solved it. What the hell do I need you for? Like, what do I need you for? What is the purpose?
Like, I've seen a lot of that. I've seen that women have to do, like, maybe some women got to do the planning, or like, I don't know, for weddings or for buying a house, women mostly are doing the planning and they throwing the money out.
The wedding thing, I totally get, because traditionally that is the woman that, I mean, I think I have seen men that want to participate and have something, but all men don't want to do that.
Right.
They're like, nah, she could just plan it. I'm gonna be there.
Right.
So the wedding planning, no, I don't feel like the man has to. But like,
I do.
I don't feel like they do. Purchasing a
Act
house,
like you want to be doing this too now. What color?
But I feel like purchasing a house, we should do that together. Because what if I like this house and it's something that it has something that you want in it or whatever it may be. I think house shopping, house buying, yeah, let's do this together because this is an investment. This is us creating generational wealth. Yeah. We should do because we don't know if we're gonna sell this. We might get this to one of the kids or something. Right. So I do think
some women do that shit on themselves too. Right. Like it's this much money.
Right.
I like it. And then some men is cool with it. Like
and I feel like we should plan that, but yeah. The wedding thing, I'm like, that don't matter.
So or, problem solver like what then?
I want to make like listen, if I ever had a wedding though, because I'm not planning that thing. The man can plan that. I'll just show up. Because I really...
The wedding?
Yeah. I'm not planning that. And I'm not wearing no white dress. So I don't know how that's going to work. Let's just go to the courthouse.
Let's just go to the courthouse. Cheers.
I don't want to do that.
Let's just...
I never wanted a wedding. Because then everybody going to be staring at me and stuff like... You know, I don't like when people look at me. I do not.
You on the whole ass camera. They all look at
They can't see me in real time. Right. Because they can see me in real time. Fuck. Sorry, this is going to go off topic. I'm at 7-Eleven yesterday. I'm putting my stuff in the car. This dude pulls up. And he's staring at me. So I look up. And I'm like, I said, yo, what the heck you looking at, homeboy? Because you know, when I have my baby with me, I get real because I've been attacked before. So I'm like, I don't have time for that. So I'm like, what are you looking at? And he was like, no, disrespect. I didn't mean to. He was like, I just thought you were beautiful. I was trying to say something to you. I couldn't get out the car fast enough. And you started. I said, oh, my bad. I'm sorry, homie.
Damn. Look, you could have just chased away your soulmate because you going in. Fuck you looking at?
I said that too. He was a little cutie too, but I'm like, he wasn't old enough for me. But it was still like, oh, my fault, because he was so cool. I'm like, damn, I didn't mean to do that. But I have to get defensive sometimes like that because I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I gotta get
You better
crazy.
say something right when you see it. Because then I'm thinking like, you plotting and planning. Yeah. Right?
That's exactly how my mind was going. My mind always goes
Pop
like
the trunk.
Yeah. You got somebody pulling up to block me in up over here because I will run my car through this fucking 7-Eleven real quick to get out this spot. Yeah, that's how I was thinking. Don't have time for that. So
speak when you seek.
Right.
And don't peek. Don't be a fucking stalker. Say something.
That's funny. So do you think kids complicate a relationship or make it or strengthen the relationship?
If you let it, y'all gotta really work. Listen, all I hear since I've been younger is it's easy to be in a relationship. It's easy to get married. It takes work to keep it.
No, that's the real work.
It takes work to keep it. So, including with kids, you gotta still put in work. If y'all was doing date nights once a week, you still need to do your date nights. Mm-hmm. If you was getting it in, don't stop getting it in. Like, you gotta just work around your kids' schedule though, because kids got their own, they got their own whole schedules and homeworks and games and get to school and get to not.
Yep.
Listen, if y'all got to play hooky from work while they at school for the day, that's what you got to do. So, yeah, it depends. It could be both, though, because shit gets stressful.
Oh, I ain't missing work for your ass. You got to pay me for that day if I'm missing work.
It ain't for him. It's for y'all. Y'all both are going to agree to it.
Well, if I work from home, I'm taking my computer because what the fuck you talking about? I ain't missing work. I've done that before. That's why I can sit here and be like, hell, no. Actually, I didn't miss work for him. I was, working from home. I just had my computer enrolled with him. But I'm like, nah.
It's a different situation. No day like if I feel like we ain't did this in a minute, and every other time we got free, we can't have free because of the kids. Then it's whatever. If the kids is going to grandma's house or something, or going to school, we gonna have to make it work during them times. Cause it's true. Like you got to work around kids.
And I think personally, I feel like if your relationship was already in turmoil, and then a kid comes, I don't think a kid strengthens your relationship.
Nah,
because even
like
as
that.
Women during that 9 months, I always say 10 months, but during that 9 months, we really mentally, emotionally, physically, we go through that change and certain stuff that maybe we allow. Once the baby comes, well, we ain't going for that.
Yeah,
it's completely different. So I do think if your relationship ship is in turmoil
already. Yeah, it ain't gonna make better or
it
make
ain't gonna
worse. I
make it
think it
better.
depends on where it was before y'all had this kid. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, nah, don't be no keeper nigga baby. Don't have no keeper nigga baby.
No,
That
absolutely
don't
not.
work.
Absolutely not. And even like women like we could just say what's her name? Joy Chavez.
Mm-hmm.
I love Joy.
Mm-hmm.
But like people always like she's a serial baby mama because she has 3 baby daddies. They're
Mm.
all but I'm like, but why are y'all calling her a serial baby mama? Because I'm sure in the relationship, like
She thought it was all
they thought
good.
that they was headed probably to a different
Yeah,
direction. So
yeah.
I'm sure she wasn't expecting to break up.
Right.
And because she
It
got so
happens.
she's supposed to abort her baby because
Yeah. However, if you already got 1 baby daddy, 2 baby daddy, 3 baby, when you gonna learn your lesson? This your body, this your kids. You've been left.
I
Let's say
agree.
you've been left twice and you was a baby mama twice. Get on some birth control until you fucking with this nigga until he marry you or whatever you want your end goal to be with married. Like,
I agree
I'm
with
not
that
gonna
too.
sit up and bang my head 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So
I say that because I mean we didn't discuss what's been trending this week, but
oh yeah.
it just makes me think of that situation where that lady was sleeping in a car and she froze. Remember her
Oh
2 of her
yeah,
kids
yeah,
froze to death.
yeah.
But what the real kicker was is how her baby's father got on national
Oh, I
television
didn't
to
see that.
blame her and say like basically it was her fault. She didn't say nothing. And then he admitted she asked him to get the kids.
Yeah.
But get the kids just to get them. She didn't say that she was homeless or that it was an emergency. But it's like, why the fuck
Why it
would
gotta
she
be an
have to
emergency?
for
Yeah.
yo? These are yo kids.
Yeah.
And how you ain't know your
Where they
kids were
at?
homeless?
Yeah.
And you saying she could have reached out to my family. No, nigga, you should have reached out to
Yeah.
your family.
And some people have pride, and I mean, she did. Obviously, she put that to the side because she called the shelters and all that. I didn't see the baby daddy get on there. However, I don't have to tell you it's an
Embarrassment.
emergency to come
Yeah.
get your kids that you probably ain't had already, and who knows when.
Wait a minute. And then I watched this video breaking down his stuff. So he was just with December. He was in Chicago, like another state, gambling with his new boo and stuff. Yes,
Why your
he's
kids in the
winning
car?
money, gambling.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you take all your earnings and send them to? Even if you have what is it, 4 kids, however many kids you have with this woman. So you mean to tell me you not paying not a damn dime? Because even if you would have sent her some money, she could have took that and got a fucking hotel with it. Clearly, you're not giving her anything, and you got on national television and
After
talk about
your kid
after they don't pass and talk about how it's her fault.
Yeah.
You should be fucking embarrassed.
Yeah.
And if I was his mama on my daddy, I would beat the shit out of him. If that was my son, I would have beat the shit out of him. Like on some real, I would have stomped his ass.
Yeah.
Because what you mean you blaming her? How
Yeah.
you don't know your kids is homeless?
Where they at?
That's where I'm just like, yeah, no.
And I do think like so. I was thinking of her situation and how first of all it's her, it's 4 kids. You got rent, you got gas, you got just the wages right now don't match the cost of living.
Absolutely.
So it's hard. So she said she reached out to family members, she reached out to the shelters and things like that. And then now all of a sudden she's in the shelter and some family got the kids. Why was she not proactive and not reactive?
It takes because I've learned this from personal experience with a situation. Like it took me breaking down, melting down, like I'm about to tear that shit up for you to step in and step up to help me with this.
Understand the
right. Because yes, and instead of saying you got this, yeah, motherfucker, I know I got this, but right now I don't have it and I need help. And I need you
Sometimes
to help
you gotta
me.
get real rah-rah
You
for motherfucker to see that this is an emergency.
You have to turn into a fucking fool
Yeah.
so people would conceive.
Which sucks.
The people, not random people, but the people in your life can understand this is a serious ass situation. I need help. What the hell y'all think this is? Yeah, so I think he's a whole clown. So if you do have a kid, not be a baby daddy like that, because that ain't a baby daddy. You sound like a sperm donor.
And he probably still out there making mo.
I'm sure. That and it's nothing worse than a man that just goes around creating broken homes. Point blank period. Now, yes, I know the woman doesn't have to open her legs and this and that, but we put too much on the woman for being a single mother instead of
why is she
these men accountability for what they fail to do or not do. Because even in mine, I'm like, even if I'm a single mother, I feel like I should be a single woman with kids, not a single mother. You should always step up and step in for your kids. the hell you mean?
So piggyback off that. Do you feel like a dude like a Nick Cannon and all of that got money that their kids ain't gonna never go starving? Do you still consider that a broken home?
Yes, he's a
because
whole clown.
He's not in the home, right?
He's still a clown for that.
Got
yes,
you.
He is, because
so it's not financial.
It's not financial because
Got
he
it.
said he said, and I'm not gonna quote him because I know exactly what he said.
Mm-hmm.
He supports all his kids financially.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't spend time. He doesn't give all of them the time
that
they require because you can't be. So yes, Nick Cannon is guilty of creating all these broken homes with all these single women with kids, not single mothers because financially or whatever they may have.
Now, do you
but
feel like
single women with all these kids?
Do you feel like
some of
if
them
they know
fucking them? So
I was gonna say if they knew by baby mama 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 should have known, and maybe he's keeping it real with them. Like, hey, we're not getting married.
Maybe he's not, but I feel like
I feel like he would be. I feel like if you seeing me, I'm walking in the door. I seen it again. He got 5 kids, 6 kids, 7 kids, not with the moms. Obviously, either A, these women want babies by him, or B, if he's like, it's just so it's transparent that he's not finna. And I feel like a lot of women feel in their head, oh, I'm the one. I'm the one he finna change it for. I'm the one that he ain't gonna leave this house.
I feel like at this point, because I think the only one, and we're not counting Mariah because that's an ex-wife. That's not a baby mama.
But he still made her a baby mama.
She's still an ex-wife, but she left him. I think. I don't think so. No, she's an ex-wife. Yes, she's an ex-wife. Yeah. She didn't have kids with him and they get married. They were married.
Yeah.
So and by the looks of how he did that, she made the right decision.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say though, I think out of all his baby mamas, I think I don't even know her name, and I don't want to call her that, but that's all I can describe you as. The black one, I think, is the only one that only has 1 kid. I think all the other ones have multiple children by him. So if you have like kid number 4 and kid number 8, you still bugging with them. So as far as you're concerned,
I see.
This sister wife situation probably works.
But that's what I'm saying too. If you already knew by 4 and then he had 5, 6, 7 in between, you knew what it was by 8. And so I don't blame him for that.
Listen. When you in a certain tax bracket, you could, because to me, that's rich man games. Like you playing a different game. Yeah. I'm not gonna speak on it because look, I did some research. Y'all would be like, who the fuck is this? Who's she talking? So I'm not judging.
Allegedly,
I'm not judging. But I am saying
that's still a broken home though, because the kids can't have him.
Thank you. So whatever baby mama he's on, say he's on number 8. So I met him and I'm like, damn, we vibing, it's going good. I feel like, yes, I'm making the decision. If I decide to have a kid with him, I made the decision to have a kid with him. At number 9, what do I expect?
What you expect?
And no offense, I know a lot of women be thinking they the one, but when a man is like a serial
baby daddy
shooting up the club type of nigga, like when he's a serial like that, I do not think there is a one. Like at this point, it's something mental going on.
Yeah.
So I don't think any of you are going to be the one.
Yeah.
I don't think he's probably gonna have a one until he's like 60, 70.
Or he don't want to get married again.
Or period at all. Yeah.
Maybe
because he already had that experience.
Right.
So you never know. So
maybe he just went off the chain because Mariah don't want him.
But that's
what all the jokes was about anyway.
And I'm sure he did, but that still doesn't take away from the fact that he created several broken homes, regardless of the fact. Because again, it is both people's responsibility, but I'm tired of people trying to put everything on the woman like she's supposed to be responsible. Mom. Even what's trending, I don't even know that basketball player's name, but it's Lil Baby's first baby mama's new baby daddy.
Shit.
And he has it's been messages being released. He tells the women the same thing: get an abortion, laugh out loud. But here's the thing: if a man,
he a whole ass clown.
But if a man ever send me a text like that, say less. Like I never. First of all, I mean, not to put my business out there, but you know, I'm quick to go to. Back in the day, I'm older now.
Yeah.
But back in the day, I don't give a damn. I'll be quick to make me an appointment and get that taken care of because no, I'm not.
Or they might be like, no, fuck that. He's gonna be stuck forever with me now. But you're still not thinking about the baby.
You're not thinking about the kid because if a man tells you he does not want to have a kid with you, I feel like why are you putting the kid in? If you, to me, like if he said that and you like, cool, say less, block, never speak to this dude again. You don't need to be
not get an abortion and still fuck him.
Yeah, no, I'm saying just cut him off completely. Yeah. It's gonna be my kid. Nobody's even gonna even know who my child's kid is. No, the conversation was, I'll leave you alone for now, but when the baby comes, like, no, he just said he don't want you. And
okay. So you want her to have an abortion, but she don't want one.
She don't want one, so she's basically
I'll leave you alone for now. But
when the baby comes, we got to figure something out. No, there's nothing to figure out. He said he don't want the baby.
It's something to figure out. I'm in your pockets. It don't matter.
So she either gonna go that route, because I was like, damn, if a woman, I got to think about that. Nigga, I'm signing. If I don't want that baby, I'm signing my right. I don't want nothing. I don't want to be financially responsible. I don't want that.
That's
baby.
Not a thing. You should have put on a condom.
Well, he didn't. He's 22,
exactly,
and the bitch is 36. So I'm just saying, who really needs to be responsible?
I'm just saying,
both of them need to be responsible because you damn near 40. That is like no,
both of them.
No, when his little young dumb. I'm like, you young.
His mama probably done cussed him out because you.
I hope his mama cussed him out, and he's not one of them mamas that are like,
however,
well, my son.
Right. However, it ain't one of them mistakes where you like, oh, takesy backsies. No, bitch, you should have put on a condom or had a vasectomy. And now that this baby, and it's my fault too. However, because America, I get to do what I want with my body after the fact. You can't tell me to go have one or whatever, or tell me to keep it.
What Pac say? A man can't tell a woman when and where to create a baby. So yeah, it is a woman's body. It is her right. But then
for men on his level, and he's young, so I'll probably get this. But for men on his level, if you don't want to run around and get these women pregnant and all that, most niggas, from what I'm seeing and hearing, ain't wrapping it up like as if AIDS don't exist.
Right.
Still. But yeah, if you're on that level and you for sure just don't want to get anybody ass female pregnant, you're gonna have to take the because it might be 10 more. It remind me of Love and Basketball. It's gonna be 10 more at the room waiting,
right?
And you just ain't gonna wrap it up with all of them.
Yeah.
So that's your fault.
Well, that's not his first. I think
she might be wanting it. She knew that.
Feel like I might be getting these players mixed up because
right.
But I feel like he had more than one around the same time. Like he had multiple women pregnant. I think that's the same one. If I'm
at that level, cooch is getting thrown at you.
Yeah.
You 22. You young. You doing it. You drinking. You drugs maybe, and you fucking. So
you think if a woman gets like her, we don't know her personally, so we don't know what her intentions are.
Right.
Her first baby daddy got money. So do you think like
she just do this?
That's what they trying to say. But again, they trying to say that about Joy Chavez, and where I'm like, no, I don't think that's the case for her. And she got her own businesses and stuff happening.
But she ain't always had that.
But even if she do, even if they are, I'm like, so what? That's how I feel. So what? If
but the reason they do okay, so let's say they are women that's doing it.
Ass baby daddy, that's better than
right. Right. If you're gonna keep having
if you're gonna keep having
but let's say she did that for that reason, like, oh, I'm definitely keeping this baby because we set for life, then it's up to the man to make sure that he don't get trapped because he don't want one.
I don't think there's no such thing as trapping a man because everybody is responsible. Nobody is a child. Period. Everybody is an adult.
That's why I said trapped.
Yeah, it is.
It ain't no such thing.
Because I hate when men try to say, "Oh, she trapped." How the hell did she trap you and you busting inside of her?
The only way I can see is if a woman is lying, and even then, you better look at her when she's taking it. When she say, "Oh, I'm on birth control," and she not.
But you still shouldn't trust that birth control.
Birth control don't stop no STDs.
Because to me, if you fucking raw, you want kids. Period.
That's what you need to think of when you think about fucking.
Right. Like we're planning to have a baby together.
Yeah.
There's all
before he go in, say to that nigga, so you know this is planning to have something happen.
Period.
Yeah. But fuck that. I was too motherfucking scared.
I was
on some STD shit more than the baby. Really. Like
that's how I was too.
Like so much shit going on in the Black community. That fuck no. Motherfuckers is going around doing a whole lot. Now I'm not gonna say like, oh, all of my fucking life I have no. And
No.
even in a relationship, you don't know, right? You trust in that person after whatever, let's say 10 years. You trust in that person to hopefully, if he is or she is fucking around, they wrapping it up. But they're probably not. So, but yeah, I
Listen, I ain't
listen.
been the same as far as, well, no, I'm always like safe sex, but ever
Mm-hmm.
since that download shit came out in like the early, when
Mm.
was that exposed? Like the
Mm-hmm.
early 2000s or something? Because I think in the early 2000s we were 2020.
Girl, I was 21
Okay, that's
right now.
I'm like 2004. I was 2021. I mean, I was 2021. I was 21. So that I'm gonna
Yeah.
say like though around that time was when all the books were being released. All that stuff was on Oprah. And me personally, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not risking
I
my
seen
life.
that in person.
See,
I'm talking about big gangster ass nigga, like fucking niggas, like DL shit, had a whole wife. I seen that shit in person and was like, oh.
I saw it on
No,
Twitter.
I'm sorry, back up.
Look, I saw it on Twitter, and I
Oh
was
yeah, married, yeah.
hood ass nigga, and I was never the same. Like,
I seen that shit in person.
No, like how could you? No.
My cousin, rest in peace, I love him, is gay and he had hoes. And when I tell you them niggas used to be walking up on some regular ass you see at the club or bar shit that you probably be like, well damn, and fine and all of that, walking up to pick him up. Mm-hmm. And then we would chat all the time. He'd be like, he got a whole motherfucking wife or he got a whole motherfucking girlfriend. I'd be like, oh. So yeah, that was years ago, but yeah.
Yeah, but
I was like, oh, that's the first time I seen it. I was in, I don't know, I was young though. And that's the first time I seen some shit like,
right.
oh.
Right.
Cause then it wasn't no, you didn't really hear no, it wasn't no down low word. It
No.
wasn't, and I'm talking about before, I'm trying to think, was it even before high school? It was probably early high school that I was just like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And when he walked up, at first, when the dude walked up, I didn't know who he was. Like, cause he just, I guess when you think of like, yeah, you got this idea in your head sometimes
Yeah.
of very flamboyant or something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the case. I learned early that that's not the case.
No, it's not.
But I'm talking niggas that don't even call themselves gay.
Yeah.
But hey,
scary.
that's scary.
So
So what do you think about like 50-50, like in finances?
I think I said this on the Valentine's Day one real briefly, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like whatever works for you, especially in this economy,
Mm-hmm.
times is hard. So
Mm-hmm.
do what you gotta do. But me, I'm like, we're not going 50-50 because if I gotta go 50-50 with you, I could just do 100% by myself and make this shit do what it do. Because to me, I'm like, somebody needs to explain 50-50 to me. It's 50-50, we in the same household and we split these bills 50-50, or it's 50-50, I moved in with you, there's bills in your name, so I'm paying 50% of the bills that are in your name. But what about the bills that are in my name?
Well, so 50-50, let's say you guys both went to get a home, whether he put more down to it and all that, but now that you're in the home, you pay the bills and he pays the mortgage. And you're taking care of the kids, but then he's taking care of this car note, but then you're paying the cell phone bills, but then he's paying.
No.
So you want somebody to do it all.
Yes. Like,
then what you mean not in this economy?
Well, I'm clearly not going 50-50 with no. I mean,
so we need somebody in a whole different tax bracket.
I'm doing it by myself, so no. But
I'm
just playing. But I'm like, no. Personally, listen, I want to be spoiled in a princess, and yeah, I'm always gonna make my own money. But like, I'm a daddy's girl. My dad took care of everything. Like, I don't want to put my business out there, but I still don't pay my phone bill to this day. So no.
Okay, well, in the real world,
like I got bills and it don't be easy because I'm like, this stuff be like tuition is like, oh my gosh. So
that goes back to then, like,
I don't want to go 50-50. I'd rather just do it myself because I feel like if you're paying the bills 100%, yeah, it's absolutely my job to keep this house clean. It's my job to make sure that it's food. Mm-hmm. I'm always making sure that we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner regularly.
What you mean? You buying it?
No, are you just cooking it? I enjoy cooking. When I'm in the mood, my food be bomb, especially when I start taking shots.
You would have to be in a whole different tax bracket to take care of everything in California in 2025. Mm-hmm. Like, and there's some people that I know anyway in marriages that, okay, he doing this, but then I'm doing this. I don't feel like it's never 50-50, even if, again, if you're not doing all of the bills, I'm not doing all of the cleaning, and I'm not doing all of the cooking, and I'm not doing all of the kid stuff either. So, hey, we either going to do it like that or not at all. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's never 50-50. Even if you're not doing halves, it might be 80-20.
I did have a dude some years back. We don't even need to say then. But like he took care of everything. Like it was at the point where he was like, write down let's go through all your monthly expenses. Really, it's because he wanted me to quit my job so he can, really.
So y'all was under the same roof.
We weren't under the.
So that's what I mean by 100. Because I've had somebody that's did my own personal bills and stuff.
Right.
But I'm talking about
but we were
kids and under.
That was the plan. That was supposed to be the next step. But he wanted me to write everything down because he's like, yeah, I could cut when we already start going through the little stuff. Oh, I could cover that. You need to quit your job. And me, I was like, this nigga trying to set
and I'm not quitting my job for nobody.
This nigga trying to set
that's you giving them all the power then.
You trying to make it so I can never leave you because I'm always going to be dependent on you for my bills. And I ended up leaving him like a couple weeks later, so that wasn't going right. But I'm just saying,
so that's what you get. I feel like not all the time, but that's what you get most of the time, especially now, 2025. Mm-hmm. When he is doing all that, you're almost damn near at his beck and call. So I've seen some people, but not every man, but you're almost damn near at his beck and call because he got this power over you and all that. So that's what I meant. I meant like somebody that has put up and bought you a car, 100% yours.
Yeah, I live in a fantasy world with because in my
so I've been told I have fantasy worlds.
My money is my money and your money is our money in my fantasy world. And you know what? I feel like
you deserve that.
I deserve that. And you know what? You know, some people are not okay with being alone. I'm okay being alone if I don't get that.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Like I've already like.
So if you don't get that, you'd rather not at all.
I'd rather not do it at all. The thing is, I'm a big baby. I'm a fucking spoiled brat. Mm-hmm. Like my parents really messed me up. Just wait. But I'm a spoiled brat. Yeah. And I want stuff my way. And I am so for compromise. I'm willing to, I can compromise. Mm-hmm. But certain things I'm not compromising on. And I will shut down and I'll be right. Like I've been told by somebody, like I would never marry you because every time you get mad, you talking about I'm divorcing you, and it's gonna be, and I'm gonna have to hurt you.
Yeah, leaving or something.
And I'm like, yeah, because I just feel like if I'm not getting what I need to be the best person I could be, if I'm sharing my space and my time with you, and you're not giving me what I need to be the best me I could be, I'd rather just be alone. Like I do great alone. Okay.
So I think there's a lot of expectations when, like, if you do meet that person in that 1% that's taking care of you, the kids, the house, the car, the bills. I feel like that expectation ain't gonna be no, oh, she not gonna, and you a shit talker. It ain't gonna be no like,
yeah, that's why I live in
me too.
That's why I live in fantasy world.
So, it ain't gonna be none of that back talk. It ain't gonna be no.
Yeah, my mouth has gotten me into too many situations. Okay. And I didn't give a damn because I'm not backing down. Like, first of all, just because you have a certain amount of money, I don't care what tax bracket you're in, you're not going to disrespect me in any kind of way. Because we could both get disrespectful.
Right.
And you know me.
But that's what that guy, the guy you said you liked, the guy you said you liked that passed away.
Who?
Talking about the women and how
Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels. Leave it to him.
I was like, bro, who?
Leave it to him. Like, we are the women that
we're not valuable women. He told me I
would catch that kind of man.
No, he told me I need to. He told me like I talked to him personally.
Right. I'm like, you called him.
And I was like, bitch, what he told you I'm in fantasy land because I'm dead serious. He told me.
Listening to it, that's what he told me.
And I'm going to keep saying it like that. He told me. I need to take my ass back to my baby daddy because why do I expect another bit? Yeah, that's what he told me. So I still like him. I still respect him.
You called him up and he said, liquor.
I don't necessarily agree, but I respect it. But he also is the one that said that women control the sex, men control the relationship. As far as if you want to get married, the man proposes. He controls that. I know we've seen women proposing, but we always cringe when we see that. Like, bitch, if you don't have some fucking pride and get up, I'm sorry, I don't like that.
I was going to say, you don't agree with it? You can't go for what you know?
Don't propose to that man. Because first of all, let's be real. Men have egos. So I feel like that makes a man feel less than a man, first of all.
Like a broad.
And second of all, because he probably is a bad bitch, but second of all, let me just say, I feel like if a man has not proposed to you yet, you may not be the one, baby. Save yourself the embarrassment. Like, don't propose to him. Do not propose to that man. Do not propose to that man, okay?
She said, don't
call me, girl. We'll go out because hell to the no. Don't you propose to that man.
What's her name? Propose? What's her name? Chrissy, whatever.
What's happening in 2025 with that? Don't do that. A nigga, whole clown sitting on the stage with money dropping out his pocket. Get the fuck out of here. No. I'm just saying I've dealt with clowns, so you know. I know all about it. I used to like being part of the circus. I don't know why, but I fucking did. And as I got older, it's just like, yeah, I can't do this no more.
So is like cheating a deal breaker for you?
I've stayed with somebody that cheated on me, but it's not the same. I don't trust you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even like. It's at the point where if you say you going here, I don't even give a fuck if you going there or not. That's when I know we can't be together.
Yeah, because for me, you stop giving a fuck.
Yeah, and
then what?
And that's happened too. Like I mentally checked out. So
yeah,
it's in his mind. Oh, she not saying nothing to me. She not on me. This
she
and that.
Forgave me.
Yeah,
blah blah blah.
Because she don't give a shit. And
she probably doing.
And
her.
I'm probably on the phone with my new boo right now. Anyway, little do you know.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
No, I for me personally, like I said, I have stayed with somebody that cheated, and it's not the same. It is not. I don't trust you. I'm just like stuff that I would be loving on you. I'm so disgusted by you the majority of the time.
Yeah.
And it's more so like I don't want to work on nothing, my dude. Like you can suck deep somewhere. Like I don't give a damn. Like that's how I get to yeah. And I get to the point where I'm about to explode and it's gonna get physical. So in those situations, I'm like,
it ain't good to stay in that case anyway.
For me, trust, loyalty, because people always want to throw that word loyalty out there. And I'm like,
especially men.
Like
the nerve.
And it's the ones that be speaking loyalty, because again, the spinning the block, the ex I spin on, he was so quick to preach loyalty, but I'm like, you're not even loyal to yourself. The way you move, you're not even loyal to yourself. You can never be loyal to me, homeboy. And I am loyal. I'm loyal to. This is the thing.
Probably
I'm to a fault.
Downfall, yeah.
But I'm loyal as I've gotten older. I'm loyal till I'm not no more. Just to go back, spinning the block, like when what would make me spin the block, I would be like, damn, I miss him. And as I started getting wiser, I'm like, yeah, you gonna miss him. You gonna miss him till you don't. Bottom line, that's just the way it is.
That's what any relationship shit. When you break up, you gonna miss that motherfucker no matter how bad he did, whatever. That's why people be like, go out with your girls and do all this stuff so that you can get your mind off that shit and not backtrack over some shit that you deserve better.
Because you gonna miss him. You are. And those are the times that you get weak and you like, damn, okay, let me hit him up. But I'm like, no.
Or if you don't want to be fucking nobody else, because that's the only person who's fucking. You don't want no new notch.
Let that thing close back up, so when the next one do, he like I'm just saying, no,
give it a break. Don't let it marinate.
Let that thing, because it's a bunch. You get toys that I know we boycotted Target, but you can get a vibrator at Target. So
we boycotted Amazon too, but hurry up and do it before the 28th. Whatever you gonna do.
I'm just saying, you don't need to go in the sex shop to get. If it's the D, I'm like, you can get the D, an artificial version, because
Sometimes I
And you
think
don't need
that
to give nobody your real self, because it's like, and then that's another thing that I think about when you cheated on me. So now you done took all this broad's energy and you think you're gonna give all that BS and then your energy and you're gonna bring that back to me. Now I'm angry because I decided to give a broke dude a second chance. Like, we
not
not doing
only
that.
that, like who knows if they back to protection, use protection with the last motherfucker, and then by the time you found out, y'all probably already done fuck and did all that, and now you really mad because you like.
And ladies, beware. If your dude, you could suspect him cheating, and your cycle all of a sudden it's on a whole nother schedule, you linking with the girl he's sleeping with. Yeah, y'all schedules is linking up. Just beware of stuff like that.
And that brings me to like, well, and then I'll say what I think about cheating. But it brings me to like, so during those times, do you feel like being in their phone is necessary, or like you
I
don't do
feel
the
like
phones?
me, I looked through the phone thing like again, like in my 20s one time, and it was just like, oh my god. But I realized then, so phone, I feel like females that go through phones, y'all some of the strongest women on the planet, because
I did it.
I couldn't do it. And I say that too, if you are not prepared to do something,
right,
once you go through that phone, if you're not prepared to walk
if
out, if you found something,
yeah,
I feel like if you're not prepared to do something, what's the point of going through the phone?
yeah,
Just let shit be. And
you probably already knew. That's why you
a
going
lot
through
of the
it.
time as women, that female intuition is no joke.
Yeah.
We already know what's happening. It's like we
Yeah.
just try to confirm our suspicion. You don't need to confirm that suspicion. It's happening. I know mine. I know mine be coming through in my dreams, which gets so annoying. So I wake up mad, like I don't know what you doing, what you about to do, but now I gotta cut you
Had
off.
a dream you was fucking up. But sometimes I feel like the intuition in the dreams is because already you lost trust from whatever you've been through before. So it may not be that, oh, the phone is just it's popping. It's already because you lost trust. And so the trust already gone, and now you on the phone just knowing it's gonna happen again when it may happen again. But sometimes if it hasn't happened or yet, you already think it's about to happen because it happened.
So
So
waiting for the other shoe to
you
drop.
waiting, yeah.
That's
so
not a
you
good
just waiting
feeling.
around.
That's not a good feeling. And I just feel like once you cheat, like you really have to
you
put
lose a
in,
lot of trust.
You do, and I feel like you have to put in real work to be able to gain somebody's trust.
Yeah.
Like everybody is not willing to put in the amount,
and they're not willing to kind of.
would,
if you're gonna be a cheater, man or woman, and you want to keep that person you cheated on, you're gonna have to do, and I'm gonna call a spade, a whole lot of ass kissing.
You are. So I
It's
feel like, to me
kissing.
personally, I feel like cut your losses. Just move on to the next one. Like, no, seriously.
Yeah.
Because if you're not willing to eat humble pie for as long as you're gonna have to eat that motherfucker, just cut your losses and move on to the next one.
And we say that because the woman or the man they're cheating on, no matter how much. So is there a limit to ass kissing? Are you ever gonna trust that person? That's the question. Are you ever gonna trust them no matter how long they kiss your ass? Are you
might
ever
have
gonna forget
moments. I feel like me, I have moments where it's like, yeah, we cool.
But then that shit pop in your head again. I mean, you ain't forgave her yet.
They leave the house, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, that nigga gonna meet that bitch.
Yeah, true.
Let me go out. Like, so it's when it at that point, it's just like, I can't deal with you, because I think this is gonna start fucking with my mental health.
Yeah, if you ain't really forgiven, that ain't gonna be in a day. Let's say it's been a year or two or something like that, and you still kind of bring it up, or you are thinking they're somewhere else when they leave the house, and it's been that long, you probably not gone. It's probably no forgiving.
It's just time.
Don't drive yourself crazy. Like, just go on and let it go then, I guess. Like, but if you're somebody that's like, I don't know, a year, there is no limit to it, but let's just say a year passed and you ain't even really tripping, because like you said, like you ain't went through no phone or something because you ain't tripping. And it depends on why your woman ain't tripping, why your man ain't tripping, because they probably doing their thing, maybe. Or maybe they just trying to really give you a chance to really prove that was a one-time fuck up, and okay, well, they been cool since, like literally ain't found shit, ain't thought shit. Then do you. First of all, I can't give advice. If you love the person, you want to give them another chance, go do you. If you want to get rid of the person, do you. I just ain't for the back and forth though. Like, where I'm not about to play call Woof and then break up with you every Tuesday. I'm not finna break up with you every month. It's either we gonna go ahead and move through, or we done. I'm not trying to go back and forth. Wasn't that your ex last week?
Right.
Wasn't
Nobody
that's your
wants
boo
to
this
go
week?
through
I
that.
don't want to do that.
I definitely don't want to go
So
through
if
that.
I know feelings like,
and again, if I'm not tripping off of you, I checked out mentally. If I'm
because
not
if your woman ain't
when a
tripping off you for a woman,
when a woman goes
she
silent,
already checked out.
especially because we got mouth.
Yeah.
So if we go
Yeah.
silent on that ass,
If she's still cussing you out because of it, she still cares.
She still care. But when she goes silent, and that's a real thing.
That's a
Because when
real
I
thing.
went silent, it was just like, it's nothing.
Yeah.
I'm going here. All right, have fun, be safe, deuces.
And I don't want to be in that. I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm probably literally biting my tongue or something because really I know I checked out. We can go ahead and break up. Or we can go ahead and go our separate ways. That's how I feel too.
Now we just going through the motions. This is like a waste of time. So.
Yeah, it's a waste of time at this point.
Because I don't even have. I don't respect you as my man anymore.
Right.
Anyway.
Right.
So once I lose respect for a dude, I don't care what comes out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm. So you don't believe in second chances then? You don't think that somebody can change? You think that once a cheater, always a cheater?
Yes, I do think that about cheaters.
Okay.
But
once a cheater, always a cheater.
Maybe if it's something else, like, I don't know. I feel like if he really
I feel like if I cheated on somebody when I was 25 and then I'm 45 and this is a whole nother man, that don't necessarily mean I'm going to cheat again.
I'm not talking about when you move on with another person. I'm talking about with that person. I don't think that, like me personally, being cheated on, to me, like, you didn't care enough. You didn't consider me. I don't think you're going to start to care and consider me now that you got caught and you try to make it better. You're trying to make it better because the thought of losing me, but you didn't even consider the fact that you could lose me doing what you
during that time. I think that it depends on when. If we just met and I was your girlfriend, you're like your little girlfriend, your boo thing, and it was like 6 months and you was still fucking with the person you never let go, or I was fucking with that nigga I just really didn't let go. It ain't no big deep relationship at that time.
I don't give a fuck.
So it's new. So I know when I met people, I wasn't even getting rid of like numbers and shit at the beginning.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Because that's not what you're doing. Because I'm not disrespectful with it. Like, maybe I didn't get rid of all these numbers or whatever, but if we still start talking,
you wasn't fucking them.
I'm not entertaining none of these dudes. I'm not even responding to them. I might have blocked them because my block game is
and that make you want to even be more of this player, because if I shut it down, if I was this big player and I had niggas here and there and I shut it down and then find out you get cheated on, you like,
I had bust your windows out your car. Because when I was cheated on before, I have bust windows. I have pop tires. Look, I busted a window, went to her house after, because I'm like, this is going to call the police. Hopefully they come to my house. I had to go hide out.
I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't there and I didn't know nothing.
She wasn't there. She wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
Because when I left my cell phone at the house so they couldn't track my GPS. Like, I was dead serious.
So I ain't got
to play with
yet.
my emotions, and I threw a liquor bottle through the front window, and I actually, if you being honest, I had soaked something in liquor. I was trying to burn them. I'm happy it did. I have a homegirl that do them back in the day, but luckily it didn't catch on fire because I was trying to set his motherfucking home on fire.
Statute of limitations. This was years ago.
Years ago. They can't. This was over 20 years ago.
Right. However, so me, like, I haven't, and I don't know. Does that mean like, oh, somebody just ain't been in love like that or something? Because I ain't went to that extent to bust windows and it
was a toxic situation.
Yeah.
I feel like that was unhealthy, toxic. I popped his top, cheated on me another time.
Yeah.
Saw the evidence. Popped him fucking.
It's a whole different thing when you see it versus
and then his reaction was,
no, think you know it.
So I'm giving a fuck.
Oh no.
I'm popping them tires. Now you're gonna be crying to your mama, ho! Like, I was so mad because I just felt like I gave up everything for you, and that was my fault. Because why would I ever, like, I feel like, why would I ever treat a peasant like a king? That's what I get. Yes, that is what I get.
That is a good statement. You cannot put all this energy into somebody, of course you don't know when you first meet them, but if it's been like years and you already know how they move, like that's a good, I like that quote. That's like, because it takes from your fucking energy. It takes from you and what you're supposed to be doing. Again, I'm going to say my quote. If you kick at every dog barking, you'll never make it to where you need to fucking get.
Absolutely.
And where you need to go.
Absolutely.
And every dog barking is every nigga that's trying to get your number. Every nigga that say he going to change the world for you. Every nigga that you just can't give everybody your time, because guess what? While you wasting time with him, your prince done walked past you, and like that bitch is that now she's a bitch with a peasant, because now you're with a peasant. So now them men ain't even looking at the type of women, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, we were just talking about that. Staying with somebody that you're comfortable with and letting your soulmate
walk past your ass
because you're comfortable.
And God won't bring him to you when he knows that you're in a toxic relationship, because then he gonna be ran away or whatever. So
he be waiting for you to get out of this so I can bring you something.
Close that door to open this door.
Yes, and a lot of time God be closing them doors for us, and you're like sad about that, but it's like, nah, he got something 10 times better.
10 times.
You just got to be patient for a couple more months, and it's gonna be right here for you, baby. Just
and like prayers come in different forms. You could be praying that you focus on yourself, your health, your career, but you can't with this person like holding you down. So gotta come in and remove his ass, so that not for no new man, but so that you can focus on you. It just works in so many different ways. But
I prayed for somebody to be removed from my life, and that night they were removed. Like they went away for some time, and then I let them back in, and that's why he was like, "Yep, I'm not removing them again because I did that, and you let them right back in." I mean, it was
he'll give us the fucking what you call it? He'll give us the choice. I mean, the freedom of choice. But he ain't gonna just drop it in our lap and be like, "Here, your life's good."
No, he's not.
Yeah,
especially if he removed a bad situation for you, and then you go back in that. He gonna let you stand in there and endure that and figure out. You gotta have faith in him and make you figure out how to do it, because he already took it out your life.
He probably gave you already the what you call it, the blueprint.
He did.
He showed you it can be done. So now it's up to you. Now it's up to you.
Now it's up to you to stand on it.
You gotta stand on your 10.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, ladies, I'm just talking to the ladies. Men, we'll talk to y'all soon. But at the end of the day, ladies, because it's probably some like teenage girls watching, or some women that feel like they stuck. You gotta have a lot of, what do you call it? Just love yourself more. Like you gotta move forward. If you don't start, it ain't gonna never start.
And you are never stuck.
You never stuck. I don't give a damn if you got a babies, if you whatever, you gonna figure it. I said in the last one that I don't give a fuck if I gotta sleep on her couch and it take a year. If I'm unhappy or I feel stuck, I gotta go. I'm gonna figure it out.
That's what it is.
So,
because you waste more time staying stuck in a situation, and it's like, I mean, we said this about 2025. It's just the year to really step out on faith, like taking risk in it all. Whether
that's my thing for 2025.
It's career, business, personal. It's taking risk, because I know me, and I could say this. I stayed in a situation where I wasn't happy, thugging it out, thinking it's gonna get better, and then when I was sitting there thinking about it, I'm like, over the years, it's gotten worse. Like the best that it has been, it's been like 3 years since it was like that. We're never gonna get back to, and it wasn't even the best of the best, but that's the best for us.
Right.
We're way past that. It's never going to be good. It's just time to walk away.
Right. And if you feel like it's worth holding on to, just like friendships, some friendships are worth holding on to, some ain't.
Yeah.
If you feel like it's worth holding on to, and no, we not talking about if you getting abused and all that. That shit got to go. I don't give a fuck how much you let that nigga.
Hell yeah.
If he put his hands on you, you gotta go.
And he gonna do it again.
And so that's one thing I do feel like when people say like, oh, you don't feel a man can change. Well, if he whooping your ass, no. Cheating, that's up and down for me. I do feel like there's a season, because I felt like there was a time where I wasn't serious about nobody. Like I'm chilling, I'm kicking it,
Right.
If something do happen with this relationship, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Like, so I do feel like my mindset changes, or changed. And so now it depends on it just depends on the person, like, and how they making you feel. How they make you
Absolutely.
feel. Do they make you feel like you ain't shit? Do they make you feel like, oh, they didn't give a fuck that they cheated? Did they remorse behind it? Did they keep doing it? It's just, listen, it's a billion men and a billion women in this bitch, okay? If you allow somebody say, do it once, shame on you. Do it twice, shame on me. So if you feel like you want to give that one time, and no, bitch, two don't mean one. If you feel like you want to get that one time pass, do it. Who the fuck, this your life? Who the fuck gonna tell you not to? However, don't think, oh, well, 2 times is okay, 3 times is okay. The first time wasn't okay.
Let me just say this is on men and women's side. From experience, I just feel like this. Once you give a person a pass, person disrespected you in a certain way, and you gave them a pass, you give them another chance.
You feel like it's coming.
I feel like a lot of people look at that like, oh, I could do anything to this motherfucker. And I feel like they take that as a weakness. Now, they look, so I've been in that type of situation where I feel like it was remorse for that moment because you thought you was going to lose me. But then it slowly turned into, oh, well, she let me get away with that. She let me get away with
this last time.
Right. So the respect, and then the way my mouth is set up. So at the end of it, neither one of us had respect for one another.
But that's where it really get crazy.
You feel like you can do whatever. I feel like I can. Now I can do and say whatever the hell I want to say. I'm not holding nothing back because F you and your mama. And that's really how I be feeling.
So I feel like that with our relationships. I've forgiven so many different relationships, like friendships, family shit. Like, and so and I do not believe that just because somebody is family or friends or whatever, that you just have to keep them in your life. I don't believe that.
I don't either.
It's some hell of a motherfucking family man, not mine, but motherfuckers out there that do people shady. So I don't feel like, oh, because that's your sister, your mama, your brother, you have to be around. Nah, we gonna always be blood. That motherfucker ain't gotta be around. So when I say like, and I ain't never had no shit like my family that I just like can't forgive, but I say that to say I done forgave people somewhere in my life, friendships, or maybe not even talked about it. Just in my mind, it's all good, right? So I think that I give that person, I let them fuck over themselves.
Basically.
I let them fuck over yourself. It was a blessing for you to get a second chance. And if you didn't take that blessing, and will I be 100% back in it? Probably not. Like, because like you said, you're maybe thinking that something's going to happen because it happened before. But so is that even real forgiveness?
And then me, I started looking at like, that's your character. That's who you are. So I kind of expect you to fuck me over. So now I don't think I even want to.
If I'm with somebody I expect to fuck over, I can't be in that. Like, but it's people out there that's, married and whatever, been together for 10 plus 20 years that unforgave. And it's shit that you ask yourself, like, did they really forgive? Do you even trust that person?
Right.
If it's 10 years and past and you still looking through the person's phone, like, okay, so I got a question. I don't know. I just thought of phone. Have you ever been given voluntarily or not a code to somebody's phone?
Yeah.
So they just volunteered it just so they can prove that, hey, nothing's going on?
I ain't give a shit. I ain't go through that.
But I'm saying it was offered because a lot of men don't offer this
shit. But first of all, infidelity wasn't even
a question in that situation.
So I think he was just trying to show me that
I'm open.
Like, I ain't got nothing to hide. But you know me in my mind, I don't want to look through that. You done already went through and hit all this shit and deleted it anyway. Get the hell out of here. It has to be a random, because I feel like you planned this. It's gotta be a random, and I still don't want to look through your phone because to be honest, I really don't give a shit. Like, if I'm vibing and it's cool for right now, it's what it is. Like, to me, my instincts have not done me wrong. I sometimes, back in the day, because not anytime brief in the last 7 years, but I follow my spirit, my instincts. Like them, it be right on point. I don't need to look through your phone. I already know. I probably done dreamt about it yesterday, and nothing is even happening. So I'm at the point where if I have a dream about you,
like feel like something
way,
don't happen.
Yeah, so automatically I wake up with an attitude, and I might call you and be like, "Fuck you, this shit is over," because I know it's coming. God, it's already been revealed in my dreams. I feel it in my spirit. Your character is not right, not me, baby. So,
but something about them, not the dream, something about them made you feel that way for you to have that dream.
Because the dreams are like my I feel like my inner thoughts some kind of way. So it's still like it's something there. So yes, I know.
So you believe in that?
I know when something is not right. Like the thing about me, when I'm with you, I observe all your moves. Like the dude I talked about spinning the block, I know that man better than he know himself. I know sometimes what he's gonna do before he even does it, because I done watched how this man moved all this time. He's so freaking textbook and predictable. You know what I mean? So I already know. So when you start moving different, I already know what's up. You're not moving the same. You're not moving the same because you foul. You're living foul.
You living foul, Jody.
Yeah, I'm about to call Melvin. That's why to stop. You living foul. What is?
True. Listen, intuition is a motherfucker. Now I didn't have some weird ass dreams about a lot of different shit, so I don't take that to heed. It could mean one thing or it could mean another, whatever. I've never had like, oh, hold on, wait. Yeah, I'd have had some crazy ass dreams, like, and wake up like, the fuck was that dream about? But I personally, I don't take it serious, because that motherfucker had dreams about me that was way the fuck off. Like, what the fuck? Now, why the fuck would I do that? Like, it was way off. Like, so it ain't coming. It would never come, or it didn't never come, or something like that. So, I don't know. Some dreams mean other things. Like, just because you falling off a building don't mean you finna fucking die. Or just because you know, something, it don't mean that. It means something else. So.
Well, the one I spent the block with, he had a dream about me that I went off with another man. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, baby, because that's what's going to happen. That's what's happening. That's your spirit talking to you, my dude, because that's happening, okay? Not today, not tomorrow, but it's happening.
That it will happen.
It's in the works. Like, just like when I dream about him, I don't even say nothing about it. I don't want to talk to you no more. I block you. I already know what's coming. Sorry. That's just the way my dreams are. I just know.
I think when I'm like in relationships or whatever, or even single and just talking to somebody, like, if it's done for me, I know. I ain't got to talk about it. I don't got to tell them about it. I don't got to talk too much about it, because in my mind, if I'm not tripping on them no more, listen, if I'm tripping, it's because I'm tripping.
Right.
But if I ain't tripping and I ain't even really too much even text you back, called you back, none of that, then I'm already over it. Like, my shit talking means something. So just don't take it as like, oh, this motherfucker talk to me shit. Nah, just know that means something, because I wouldn't even waste my breath if it was nothing. So being outside.
And being outside after a breakup.
Oh, after a breakup.
Both. Okay. Being outside, period.
Because I think people think being outside means only one thing. It don't.
No. Being outside, even when in a relationship, just being outside. Being outside after a breakup, and being outside. Because that's the difference. When you
outside, and outside after a breakup.
Yeah. Okay. Because look.
I need some definitions, because
you already know what outside is. Because we talked about this. Remember, I was like, we going to be outside or outside? You was like, no, just outside.
Not two outsides.
Yeah.
One.
But
it's a difference. Okay, the outside after a breakup is like, you ain't giving no fucks. You don't give a fuck. Now,
that is the funnest time to me. You don't to be outside after a breakup.
It's like, and then it don't mean you out there big hoeing. It don't mean that. It just means you extra probably flirty. Maybe like, and it's what your girls do. Like, it could be just outside.
Just outside.
But I feel like outside, let me think. I feel like outside, even, let's say we both in a relationship and we outside, I still be having hella fun. Like, It just depends.
It's just being outside.
I think you don't give more of a fuck after a breakup, so you're really like,
you don't.
Your brain
you don't
like,
care. You don't have to. That. You don't have to be respectful in certain situations.
Right. True.
You out fucking time. Like
right.
I am so for being outside after a breakup. Like I feel like that is the absolute best time to be outside.
I can't think because like
I don't like to be sad. I like to go outside.
When I like after a breakup and I'm outside, I'm almost like I don't give a fuck about. I don't want to meet nobody.
No, me neither.
No time for no nigga. I don't want your number.
Me neither.
I don't want shit. So my outside is like could be after a breakup or not with my girls, and I'm still having the same kind of fun now.
Yeah.
The after the breakup when you single or something, yeah, you probably like if you ain't on no fuck nigga shit, then yeah, you probably a little more flirty.
Yeah. Because being outside don't have nothing to do with it, dude. Because let's be clear, after like a breakup, right? Say we broke up today and we going out tonight. No, I don't want to be bothered with no dude because I listen. Okay, one of your kind already wasted my time. Okay. I ain't got time. So as far as I'm concerned, y'all all grouped in together. Fuck you too.
Yeah,
so
you know, either on some fuck you shit or I'm on some new nigga shit. It depends on what you.
Now I've been like that in my 20s. Let me just say, this dude broke up with me. It's still in college. Actually, I was out with you in our 20s.
He was trying to say he was out with me
because I'm telling you, she is so perfect.
He wasn't out with me.
We be having a good time. Okay, we've had some times like he broke up with me New Year's Eve. I was 21. It was the first time I went out like in the club. Like we went to the Highlands in Hollywood. I think that party was like $100 to get in. No, you go with me. You was like, no. But I'm just saying, I was out here. He was still back up where I was at. He went to church New Year's Eve and got saved, right? So he called me. I am so turned up, drunk, partying. I can't even hear him. I was like, I'm gonna call you later. Girl, he broke up with me the next day because he got saved. I wasn't godly. Even though I was raised in church. Right. I know the Bible. I know my scripture. You just me neither, because this was your first time at church and you got saved and born again.
The water is still even
right
from your head.
Now all of a sudden I'm a bad influence. So I was just like, okay. Nigga was outside. And wait, in the irony, I don't know if this is irony. No, it's probably irony. The irony of him telling me that I was a bad influence because he's trying to get his mind right. That was December, right? New Year's Eve. Why he get a female pregnant in February? I didn't talk to him no more. I didn't find out until years ago. But I'm just saying, I was so bad, but you was still fucking raw. What?
I'm married.
But yes, but I'm a bad influence because I like to drink and smoke. Like what? I'm not making babies at the time.
Refill.
Girl, when I tell you this was so bomb. Okay, well, I'm always over here sipping. My cup is always gone before yours, to be honest. So I say that to say, being outside is very much fun. I think it is one of the funnest things. And outside after a breakup.
Outside during your relationship, do you feel like it's still turn?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna enjoy myself. Yeah, if I'm taking the time to go outside because. Just to it's a chore just to get dressed these days. Like I'm exhausted. Like I just want to wear sweatpants and my workout clothes to go work out in and take showers and put on my sweatpants after. And yeah, like I'm tired. So if I take the time to get dressed and go outside, I'm having a ball, baby, in a relationship or not. And when I have a man and that's my man, I'm very respectful when I go outside too. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna do nothing I would do when I was single.
Period. And it's supposed to be like that.
And I've had times when I was outside. Outside. Yeah.
But I don't like when the people so some people will invite if they're single, they want to invite their friends that's in a relationship. Or if they're in a relationship, they want to invite their friends that's single. That's stupid as fuck. My friend, rather she got a nigga or not, and bitch, don't be sitting on the bench like a fucking prude. You ain't got to be all on the nigga ass, but bitch, come have some fun. You ain't even got to, for me, dancing is dancing. Yep. I don't got to be in no nigga left dance. I don't got to, listen, I done told my dude, yeah, this nigga bought me a drink. Like, it's whatever. Like,
I'm going to be honest, too. When if I'm going my separate ways for the dude, I don't want to go with no married friends, but I don't care if you're in a relationship, but married, I don't know. I think, like, the friends that I have that are married, feel like it's not the same. Their partying is not like when I'm a party girl. So when it's time to party, it's time to party. I want to have a good time.
That changes for not only married some, because I know some motherfuckers that still
me too, ready. And still be
but
partying.
it sometimes changes. I'll say with kids, people that have these kids be thinking like. And that's why nobody ever invites your ass nowhere. Because you just became like a prude. And you don't have to do that just because you have kids. Like, if you already ain't a disrespectful woman to yourself, you can still have fun.
Shit, that's when you need a party after them kids, okay? Them having kids is ghetto as fuck. You need you a drinker too. A dancer too. Don't.
It depends on how you are already. Me, I could party at... Oh shit, I'm older now, so I don't even want to get dressed. But
that's the problem there.
I could party the same at 25 if we go out tonight.
Me too.
And it ain't gonna be no extras because there wasn't no. I have fun as a person with you, with whoever, because first of all, men don't think that these females just be getting dressed for y'all. Like, we goes out no matter who in that bitch, and we gonna have fun. Depending on your company, you gonna have fun no matter if it's just y'all in that bitch. You gonna get lit. Girl, we done been to the bar just us two. And motherfuckers we don't know in that bitch, and we're just lit, clowning.
Remember, everybody was dressed. We went to the bar, everybody's dressed up, and me and you we
did some sporadic shit. We had some like...
Cause we didn't have no plan. It was just like,
it was just, let's go right here. It was up the street.
Yeah.
And it's like...
The bartender kept loving us.
Bartender, all of that. So, yeah, the people that don't want to do it because I'm now a married woman and I now have kids, I'm a mother, that's just their character and how they wanted to choose not to fuck with you no more as a friend.
Yeah, I agree.
Period. Like, your man shouldn't be stopping shit. Like, what the fuck? I'm not your friend no more because you got married. I'm not your friend no more because you got a kid. And I've had people that want to just do like kid dates. Nah, just because you have a kid, I got a kid, or whatever. I said, let's go out adult date. Like, don't just become this mom all of a sudden, and then our weekend kicker, or this dad all of a sudden. Like, I mean,
I totally agree.
Regardless, you do got more responsibilities, and you do, if you was a ho and got everybody number in your 20s, and you now married, you gotta have some different type of fun now. Like, if you don't know how to have fun without going to fuck a nigga at the end of the night, you ain't really having, what kind of fun is you having? Niggas is everywhere. Basically. You gonna be fucking all your life then. Niggas is every fucking where. That ain't the reason you go out and have fun. Like, it's cute if a nigga, you know, the compliments. First of all, if you use the compliments, his compliment don't even fucking matter.
I be like,
I bought this dress for a reason because I knew it was cute.
Let's go get some dick. Don't come out with us because we ain't stopping nothing short.
How about get you some dick before you come out?
Hell.
He's satisfied.
You satisfied.
You're satisfied. But that's what I'm trying to think of. Like, what type of fun doesn't the person have just because they are married?
Yeah. Listen, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Certain married women, I just, it's not everybody. It's just certain ones. They be real judgy.
Like, judgy.
And I feel like if I'm coming out of a breakup, I want to have fun. So if I'm doing this, that, or the other, and you don't agree with, I don't give a shit.
That gives me the idea of the godly ones, because you feel judged when they sitting up in there with you, like, bitch, you used to do this shit years ago.
That's how I be feeling, and they may not be like, but I'm just saying, like, I don't want nobody trying to stop. First of all, I'm not going home with no dude, so you don't have to stop that.
Well, first of all, do you think that they're judging you, or you think that's in your head?
No, they get judgy, and then they want to sit back, and then you don't want to drink with us, and you don't want to take shots. Like, I just feel like if I'm going, even if I'm not going through a breakup, when it's time to go out, if you're not willing to take shots, if you're not willing to dance, party, have fun, enjoy yourself, if you just want to sit at the bar and be on your phone or whatever, just don't come out with me, because I just don't. I like party girls.
Do you have friends that don't drink that's still fun?
Yeah, one of my
that don't drink alcohol.
We haven't been out together.
I have a friend that don't drink alcohol, but as fun as the ones that do.
One of my college roommates, she's still one of my best friends to this day.
She never drank. Even in college, like I would be fucked
But
up.
she still turned up.
And people would think, do you know people? Because me and her would be real goofy together. So we just laughing. I'm drunk. We have jokes. They used to think she was drunk all the time.
Yeah.
So everybody would be so shocked when she'd be like, I don't drink.
So you still good with her because of her person. She's gonna be turned up regardless.
That's the one I was with when we ran into Diddy and I cussed him out. That's who I was with. That was like, bitch, you just. She the one that was always like, this bitch. I gotta. But you know, she's a lot of fun. Like we would have the best. She married. We would have the best fucking time together though. Like sober. She's completely sober.
If she went out with you today, do you feel like she'd be the same kind of fun married now that she's married?
Oh yeah.
Same kind of fun.
It would be the same kind of fun.
Yeah.
We weren't.
That's how I feel.
The thing we weren't. It's not like we was out going to suck dick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We weren't doing no free hoe shit. So no, we wasn't.
That's what
like
I'm.
that.
So that's my point. My point is, I'm the same as. The only way a person ain't inviting me because they think I'm this or they think I'm that is because that's in your head. I'm the same ass partier. I'm the same. I've never been the partying motherfucker that's just like out or got dressed because of some nigga shit. I'm ready to kick with my homegirls. Like, I'm ready to fucking clown and probably clown on these niggas in here and these broads or meet. You be meeting broads when you drunk too. Like, bitch. You be meeting hella females.
The best female
vibe.
Because I'm a party girl. Wait.
When I'm out of town, I meet females all the time.
And I make plans with these broads too.
Yes.
We be having plans.
Bitch, follow me on Instagram. We don't never see each other again.
And then I sober up and I be like, who the hell is this?
Who is that?
Who doing that? I ain't doing that shit. Who the fuck? Like, I have all the best friends. Because I like to party. I do not like angry drunks. I don't like emotional drunks.
Violent drunks.
I hate people that get drunk and want to fight. Like, nigga, I want to party. Like, that's all
First of all,
I want to do.
when your ass get to your level, you also like, it's almost like you chill. You just like.
Yeah, I be ready to.
You know, that crash you get.
That's when I'm past the, like, I already party.
Yeah.
I don't party.
Yes.
Now it's coming down. Now
it's
coming down. And I'm
then
about
it's
to
coming
crash.
down. Me, I'm like, shit, I can go a long time before I crash. And so once I crash, it's already because I didn't bailed all of us home. And now I'm at the house.
Yeah, because come to think of it, you will always be the sober driver, even
not sober.
Oh, you will always be, but you will be the most sober, so
Yeah.
you will have to get us home. Yeah, that is so true. I've had many fun times, man. When Sunset and Crenshaw used to be popping, it was the days.
That nigga went way back.
Like coconut teasers.
Oh, shit.
Anyways, I'm sorry.
No, that's funny.
But I'm just saying, I feel like if you were going through a breakup, like I'm the type of friend you should have, or like she's the type of friend you should have, because I'm like, we really know how to make you feel better. Like, we went out and having a ball.
Yeah,
like,
and I'm not
outside.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna put you in no unsafe situation, because if we came together, we leaving together. You ain't leaving to go get him. You better get his number and get you some later, because you will not do that on my watch and come up missing. The hell, I don't have time for that.
If we girl code, if we come together,
we leave
the fuck together.
Like,
and
period.
you make sure if y'all came separate cars or whatever, you make sure all them motherfuckers put out the
Everybody
parking
put
lot.
out. And if anything, that's what used to be a rule too back in the day. Because I remember I went to go party in Berkeley when I went to school up there. The bar, I'm 21. The bar is in the basement. It's like a restaurant having a bar. And I was like, nigga, we gonna burn to death if there's a fire. It's only one way in, one way out. We're gonna burn to death.
No.
Girl, why was there a fight down here? And I was like, I left all the bitches I was with. I had a rule. If something go down, meet at the car. Don't stop to look for nobody, because that's how you get trampled. It's been situations you gotta run out. Everybody meet at the car. Don't. Who cares? Leave them behind. Meet at the car. Think about yourself only. Okay.
Don't pull out. But don't leave the bitch in the car.
No,
stay at the car.
Stay at the car, but at least, because the way we would park, we're parked blocks from the venue or whatever. So it's gonna be safer to just be at the car and shut the car versus trying to find each other. There's a fight going on, and this one pull out a gun and shooting. Like, nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
I'm too old for that.
Hello. But that's the rule. Like, if y'all extra drunk, and even if you don't think the other person is super drunk or whatever, you ain't. I know you grown, but you ain't leaving with no nigga unless I don't know. I just feel like we should all leave.
You're not leaving with no dude.
See that nigga tomorrow.
I'm gonna be like your mama that day. And
Yeah,
we gotta.
That's how I feel. I'm like,
if we gotta
what if it's
square
somebody
up,
she
then
know?
that's what's gonna happen. I don't care if we gotta square up, because the stuff be happening the most with people you know, the kidnappings, the rapes, and I don't have time for that. You know, I watch too much.
No, not that. I'm talking
Dateline.
about what if you came with your homegirl? What if I came with you and we both went out and
You trying to do something,
and your cousin put up and you came with me in the car though, and they're like, oh come on, cause you stay right next to me anyway, or something like that. Like,
no, we going together. No, we're not doing that. Follow us. If we all partying together, I'm still rolling with her. I'm not ditching her for the
That's
next
how I
one.
feel.
No, we're not doing that.
And if so, I go back to the house and she follow you to put you in the car and y'all do y'all.
Right. Or if you were like, oh no, bitch, that would work out better if you roll with me.
Right.
Because I was gonna go this way.
But you still gotta make sure I came out the fucking parking lot.
But if we talk and you were like, no, that would be better for me, just do that.
We leaving.
Yeah, we gonna wait for you to pull off the parking lot because they seem to be a little more sober and you off and we off. But otherwise,
it's been done by some bitches before, okay? And I'll never let myself go. And the day that I got kind of lax, like bitches was just like, okay,
you go out with me because that one.
Nah, I don't kick it no more like that.
Yeah, no, because you don't do that. Even when I drop somebody off, like if I drop you off, whoever I drop off, I wait until you get in the house.
Me too.
Because anything could happen.
Me too.
Me pulling off, whatever the case may be. No, I wait for you to open. As soon as that door opens, I pull off.
And then bitch, you better call me when you make it.
Yeah.
You better be lucky I'll have your location.
Yeah. No, for real. Like, we have to take our safety very seriously. That's why I cussed that man out yesterday, because I'm like, why you staring at me? You plotting on something over here?
Right,
and I have a damn fishbowl, so you can see right in my windows. I'm like, what the hell you look? But the way my mind was, I had stuff in my car too. But I was like, I'm gonna kill this dude if I have to in this 7-Eleven parking lot. Because why are you looking at me? Are you looking at my, like, what are you looking at in this car? That's how I got real.
He looking at you.
And my mind, he was looking at me. And
he looking at you.
He was plotting and scheming on something. And that's how I treated him.
Yeah, man.
Because I really was like, what the fuck you looking at? I was so mad.
Like, damn, baby girl.
Yeah, and I think he got a piece of something that wasn't meant for him too, but you know.
Right. Oh, shit.
It's his kind.
You also women gotta watch that shit, because that motherfucker be just as crazy as your ass.
Or you just have to accept the fact that you may be alone, and that's just what it is, and be okay with that. You still gonna talk though. I'm just saying. Told y'all I was okay with
niggas out here crazy too.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Yep. It's
So
been some thumping.
I remember. Shit, I don't know. I was in junior high. I heard about this girl got shot, like, for giving the guy the wrong number.
Oh, that used to always happen too.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. So that's why you gotta kind of not tone it down. I ain't saying be no bitch assness, but kind of like chill with a motherfucker, because you never know. The motherfucker was like, bitch, when you coming out like that? And then knowing our mouth, like, bitch, when you coming out like that? You know, so.
And that's how it be.
Yeah.
I guess that's why California's not an open carry state, because.
So I haven't had that kind of shit when I'm running in a minute. It was unless it's a fucking racist or something. That's about it. I ain't had no running like.
I think I had one last month or so. It was like so ridiculous.
I hit the corner a few times. I feel like a nigga was staring like that, and then like some dude like years ago followed me off the fucking freeway. So I was really hitting the corners, and then I stopped at a lit up ass gas station. All he wants to do is get somebody my number.
Yeah. Okay.
You followed you. I'm somebody bitch at the gas station. Funny fucking story. I was kind of lost at that time when I got off. Funny fucking story. The same motherfucker, because we never talked after that. The same motherfucker was at another gas station years later.
That's so crazy.
Bitch, that ain't destiny. Don't think because you see a nigga, that's destiny, nigga. No. I feel like some stalker shit going on
They
there.
had some LA shit because, listen.
The first one wasn't even in LA.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, in my 20s,
That's some weird shit.
I had somebody, it was a car full of us went out. So I was driving somebody. So it probably was like, say, 4 of us, right, in a car. These dudes were pulled up on the side of us and they were trying to get at us. And we were like, no. They followed us to I was picking up my brother. Followed us to my brother's homeboy's house. And they was having like a hood function over there.
Oh
so we pull up and my brother and his homies, they was all up there. And they was like, who the fuck is that, cuz? I'm like, I said, some niggas followed us trying to get us.
What the fuck?
The nigga said, get the strap, cuz. Like, it
no.
something. Like, and then dudes, you should have seen, they almost hit my car trying to get out of here. But I told you specifically, we were like, nah, we good.
Oh, and they still followed?
And they still followed us. So I felt like you was about to lose your life for a number that you wasn't going to get. Like, but again, that was
back in the day.
20
Niggas
years
ain't
ago.
following nobody.
Niggas don't be doing that now.
Especially to you don't know where she going. She going to her, she might be going to her nigga house. What are you doing? But yeah, that, yeah, crazy shit.
This course has to be a series because there's so much more to cover.
Yeah, this is only part 1. We'll be back for part 2. But we do want to know, like, if you have some questions or some topics, put it down in the comment below where you kind of want to hear what's our take on it. You can put your topic below, or comment about any topics that we've already talked about and be like, you know, you agree or disagree with whatever. We are going to have some male perspective on soon. But yeah, I think that we pretty much went over things, and things that we haven't went over, we'll go over in part 2.
Yeah.
Like long distance relationships.
That's a good one.
Like,
that I feel like we could go into depth about. So
what else? There's 5 different love languages.
We touched on it, but I feel like we didn't really discuss like love languages and stuff like that. So I think we should talk about that because it is very important to know what your love language is.
If date nights matter. So we do have a part 2. So.
And it's more topics. This was
bitch always getting out when we supposed to do our end of our. We got the whole bottle over here though. That's okay. We'll just toast with this.
Look, I gotta go work out after, so I gotta drink my energy drink.
Okay, well, thanks for tuning in. Wind down.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Mm-hmm.
Woo-woo. Cheers.